Innocence centers at Michigan and Northwestern are working to vacate a conviction that's 15 years old.
A young mother was just 18 in 2003 when she was convicted of shaking her newborn child to death. Now some are saying the science behind the syndrome is outdated.
Barton Dieter's in studio now to see what's changed when it comes to these convictions. Barton.
Well, Sue and Brian, in 2016, the Michigan Supreme Court determined there was enough doubt about so-called shaken baby syndrome that they required the trials to have an expert to refute the prosecution's experts. But that has not stopped prosecutors from charging it.
And what these studies have shown is that a human cannot shake a baby hard enough to cause these symptoms without first killing the baby by breaking its neck.
Warren's U of M Innocence Clinic is asking for the 2003 case against then 18-year-old Tanya Miller to be thrown out. It's a motion the prosecution opposes.
They want to find experts who still believe in the old shaken baby syndrome dogma. Let's have a new trial and let's have the jury hear the new evidence and see if they still really think that this baby was abused.
Warren estimates there are dozens, if not scores, of these cases in Michigan. Grand Rapids attorney Andrew Rodenhouse argued one of the landmark cases that forced the state Supreme Court to reform the way these cases are tried.
So it's been close to 8 or 9 years since we've really seen a true shaken baby case here in Kent County.
But he says in southern Michigan, including Kalamazoo, Calhoun, and Jackson counties, these cases are still brought forward by prosecutors.
I call it the I-94 shaken baby corridor. And the only thing I can attribute that to is they're the same experts. And they travel that corridor. The prosecutors believe these experts also, because why wouldn't you? These are the experts that you have. When it comes to the death of a child, the juries, the judges, the lawyers' brains just shut off.
Some counties have certified boards that look at child abuse cases to see if there's any crime there.
What we see is we see other evidence of abuse. Okay, we have other eyewitness reports of abuse. We have, the classic is the cigarette burns. What's as tragic as a child who's murdered is a parent who's been falsely accused of murder, because they don't get to mourn the death of their child. It rips families apart.
I talked to Kent County prosecutor Chris Becker. He's out of town, but he said he still believes in the science behind shaken baby cases. But he says Kent County just has not had a case for a while. Becker says that may be attributable to people being educated about the dangers of shaken baby syndrome. In studio, Barton Dieter's 24-hour News 8.